Hi everybody, good night. My name is Susana and today I try to explain to you and show you the magic of the language. So here we go. As a human beings, it's necessary to live with other people in groups, communities, family, etc. We need to be communicate with them, try to, and the language makes the function to transmit our information, knowledge, feelings, promise. So it's necessary to be communicate with other people. And in this presentation, I try to explain to you the function of the language. We have four authors that try to explain us how is the process of acquiring a new language, a native speaker language, I thought. So, Piaget thought that the children have four stages for acquire the language or the knowledge about a language. So, first they assimilate the word and after accommodate in the specific moment. Chomsky believes or thought that the children born with their own vocabulary, with their own grammar, and develop through their lives. Russian believes that we have two processes for learn language, the learning system and the acquisition system. And finally, Vygotsky believes that the children acquire their language with adult and after develop through the lives with them. So, what is language? Language is a system of words or signs that people use for transmit information, thoughts, feelings to each other. So, how they express their thoughts through the sentence. Sentence must have it's necessary to have three things: subject, verb, and complement. If one of these is missing, it's not a sentence. So how we try to explain the language? Through the phonologic and phonetic, the sound of the words, through the morphology, how the words are formed, and finally by the syntax, the order of the words in a sentence. So here we go. First, the phonologic and phonetic is a process of make the sum of a letters of a words. It involves the body parts of our body for make a sound that express or the word we want. So we're larynx, with lungs, with the diaphragm, the throat, the teeth, the mouth are involved in this process. More specific is this part of our body, our mouth, our throat, our nose, our tongue make the process to produce the sounds of the words. This process is called with places of articulation or manners of articulation. The places are where we produce the word: bilabial, labial, palatal-velar, palate-velar, or glottal. It depends the letter we want to pronounce, and we use each part that it refers. The manner of articulation, it refers to the expression to or the strains that we express that sound of that word. A grapheme is a writing representation, and a morpheme is the pronunciation of a grapheme. The words of the letters could be voice with our mouth closed and with vibration, and voiceless without vibration. Okay? In this graphic, I try to set in the vocabulary with each or the places of the manners of the articulation. It's a personal graphic. I don't know if I'm right, but I try to do it. So, morphology. What is morphology? How the words, what studies the morphology, how the words are formed. So basically we have morphemes. The morphemes could be a word or a meaningful part of a word. The base of the morpheme are the stem. The stem is a word, a simple word, and this could be, and the morpheme could be two affixes, prefixes and suffixes. So each word have this process. Morpheme is a part of the word, but the word formation is a process that includes affixations or unpredictable formation, clipping, blending, acronyms. So we have to understand this part. Okay, morpheme is the smallest units of a language that have a meaning or a grammatical function and for words or parts of words. A simple word is easy to understand, like a study. It's a short word. Complex word could be a big word or a compounding word. Stem is a word. Prefix is at the beginning of the word, and suffixes is at the end of this word. It becomes the word like affixation. It's the process of adding affix for create a new word. The word can change their meaning if with the suffix mostly. If we add the suffix at the word, we can change a verb to a noun or a noun to a verb. So, and word formation process is when we create a new words for a new things because it's necessary. Okay, this is an example for affixation. Stem, loyal. Prefix, disloyal. But if add a suffix like tie, disloyalty, means the change the meaning of the word. So it's the opposite of a loyal, disloyalty. So the word formation, we create new words if it's necessary. So there are some process for do this thing. Derivation or affixation is the example that we saw before. Compound words is joined to separate words to produce a single word, like this: seasick, fingerprint, or Facebook. This is a new word that is created because it's necessary. Other information. We can blend or combine the initial part of a word and the part with another word, like brunch. So it's a breakfast with lunch. Oh, I can see the last one. Okay, next. Clipping. When a word or more than one syllable is reduced, like fan on fanatic, advertise, and we reduce the word for a short word, but it means the same thing. Back formation or reduction, when we have a big compound word, but we reduce like change the meaning of the word. Conversion, we can change the function of the word. It's like a bottle is a noun, or to bottle is a verb, yes, or empty is a noun, to empty is a verb. We change the function of the word. Okay, acronyms, this kind of words are only abbreviation of a word forming for the initial letters of a set of words, like NATO or UNICEF. Cognate is the invention of a totally new term like aspirin, nylon, Xerox. It's most about products. It's more about products that we consume it. Borrowing, when we have in a language, maybe the word is from another language and adapted our own language, like hamburger or iceberg. And finally, syntax. Syntax is basically the order of the word. We have for each complement of a word of a sentence, we need to classify or a group or words: noun, verb, preposition, articles, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, and determiners. So when we have a noun subject of a sentence, we have a noun phrase, and when we have after the verbs all the other words, we have after verb phrase. So we have some examples for order in a sentence. See? Yes, simple sentence. We have only a noun phrase plus verb phrase. We have compound sentence when we have two different sentences with a connector, and complex sentences when we have an dependent clause or an independent clause, and join it with a with a subcoordinate. When we have an dependent clause or an independent clause or sentence, we have to use a subordinate conjunction. We have some examples with the letters or with words. We can join this kind of sentence. After we have we can make a subject, verb, and complement, simple sentence, another simple sentence, and connect it with another idea with these connectors. Finally, this is a small example about how we analyze. So here we have a short example about how we can analyze sentence with the sentence process. See, we have a simple sentence: the cat sat on the mat. We have the article, the noun, the verb, a preposition, the article, and another noun. So we need to separate to a noun phrases. Before the verb, we have an article and a noun. After, we have a verb phrase because we have a verb, a preposition, and a complement. After this, we can say that we have a simple sentence. It's very short example, but maybe it could be to try to understand how is the sentence process. So thank you for watching me. I see you after this tomorrow in class. And I think that if we complete this process about how analyze the language, we can learn maybe a second language, or maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. But it's a very interesting topic to develop. Thank you. See you tomorrow, okay, guys.